I've retired, and we've been thinking quite a while about downsizing because we had a large piece of property and a pretty large house. Philip had dropped off a brochure showing what properties had sold for what in our general area and a range of what our property should bring. I just threw it aside. About 3 months later, we decided we were going to go forward and put the house up for sale. But I had a friend that had sold my last house. We bought it through him. I got a hold of him, he came over and we went over values, and his value was substantially under what Philip's presentation had shown us. So I was a little concerned. I called Philip. He brought an updated perspective with homes that had sold since I had gotten the first one. I went out, I looked at all the homes from the outside in the general areas, and I thought, gee, his value seems more on the money. I called the gentleman that I dealt with before, and he said, well, I'd be careful, sometimes people just do that, and I'd check with some other people. I thought about it a little bit. Second time I went through all the homes that had just sold. Philip looked like it was more on the money, so I got a hold of Philip and I listed the property with him. The reason we chose Philip is that we had prices from other realtors that were less for us than what Philip had said. So we gave Philip the listing, and luckily we did, because it was listed on a Thursday. We had an open house on a Saturday. It sold for full price that Saturday. 2 days later, we even had an offer above full price. But Philip told me that this buyer was very motivated, and all of his financials were in order, so we just forgot about, based on what he told us, and stayed with the original full price offer. He stayed on top of everything. He communicated on a regular basis of where we were at on everything, as far as, going to stage the house, and when we were going to, things that needed to be done without going overboard, which he helped us line up people to get them done and everything. So he was very helpful that way. I've had 10 houses in my lifetime bought and sold. This by far was the easiest one I had, because he stayed on top of everything. And things have changed. 1964, I bought my first one. Going through a sale or a buy nowadays it's like night and day of what it used to be. And you need a good agent that knows all the ins and outs to help you get through it. Since I've bought and sold these houses over such a stretch of time, I've seen the change in the laws and everything. It used to be, it was a piece of cake to do a deal. It's hell now. In fact, when the escrow papers come and the disclosures that you have to make, he came over. I would have never got through them. He came over and we went through it, and so we got it in. And hell, escrow closed in about, 40 days? But if I had to do it on my own, I don't know when it would have closed. So he was there for us.